Good morning, pals. Welcome back to 100 Miles, 100 Days on a $100 treadmill. I'm Tanya. We've got 12 days to go till we're in Disneyland, doing that 100th mile on property. I'm so excited. So what we do here is we walk a mile. I edit everything down to about 20 minutes so that you get a good workout time. And we talk about Disneyland, talk about the upcoming trip and my 100th mile that we'll be doing in Disneyland. You can see I've already started getting another one of my outfits ready, the infamous orange bird outfit. And so yeah, come along with me. Let's take a walk. All right, pals, you ready to get this started? Here comes the countdown. Come on, everybody. Here we go. And let's ramp it up. "88 days. We've been doing this for 88 days. Oh, I tell ya, I'm ready for my vacation. I'm so glad. I know I've said this before, but I'm so glad that I decided early on to have this trip as a reward for myself at the end, because having that goal is making these last 11 days, because I know we have 12 days to go until the trip, but 11 more miles here and then that 100th mile in Disneyland. But having that sort of like carrot on a stick at the end of this quest has been super motivating in these past couple of weeks, because I just didn't. I mean, how can you predict what you're going to learn on a journey like this? All I knew was that I was going to end up knowing more about making YouTube videos and editing and all that kind of stuff by the end of the 100 days. I really didn't think I was going to find out anything like personally about myself. And I will, I'll do some decompression videos after this is all done. Let you know what I learned about myself, what I learned about YouTubing, what I learned about making videos, all that stuff, because it's been such a big part of my life for the past 88 days. I have to think about it every single day. And even on the days that I don't want to think about it. That's part of this challenge, and that's part of what has I think there's plenty of days where I would have been like, oh, I don't need to do that today because whatever. And because I have the motivation and I have the accountability with you guys to do this every day. I know now that I have people that worry about me if I post late, and I have a bit of a community that's grown up around me that gets out and walks every day, and it's really good stuff. It's just really good stuff. Our Disneyland trip is just 12 days away. One of the things that always really starts getting me like super excited, this is so dumb, but 14 days before a trip, Alaska Airlines, I don't know if anybody else does this. Chris and I only ever fly Alaska, so I don't know. But 14 days beforehand, you can go on your app or whatever, look at your ticket, and you can purchase your in-flight meal or your snack 14 days beforehand. And I always look forward to that. It's, Chris and I have been getting they have like this little cheese plate thing that they've been doing for years. And we get so excited because we get to get this, $11 cheese plate, and we feel so fancy on our flight. And they added some new thing this time, and so we're getting, not only are we getting the fancy cheese plate, fancy, it's on a little, it's a little clamshell cardboard and plastic thing with some cheese slices in it. But it makes us feel like we're on vacation. It's like the official start of our vacation is when we get our cheese plate. But they've got a new thing now that is like a Mediterranean charcuterie. So we got one of each. We got our cheese plate and a charcuterie, and then depending on how full the flights are, you'll get like the chance to upgrade your seats. So for literally just less than $10, we upgraded our seats. So that's always fun. Didn't want to go the full like first class or anything, but it's just cool when there's the option to be able to do that for little to nothing. When at the time of booking the flight, it was like, yeah, it'll cost you $60 more to have that seat. And now they're like, do you want to take it? It's free now. So so we did that, and so we'll have our fancy cheese plate and an upgraded seat. A little bit of information for you there on things to remember to check out just a couple of weeks before your flight for any sort of vacation. Speaking of upgrades and changes, I'm going to go ahead and start a recording, and I'm going to open the Disneyland app. And it's going to go through, you can see it's got its 70th anniversary opening screen back. So the Lunar New Year Festival has ended. They're starting a new food and wine festival here pretty quick. I think on the 5th. I don't remember exactly. It'll be going on while we're there. If I scroll down, you'll see that I have a new enchanting extra. So this is the Women Who Make the Magic guided tour. So this just opened for March. Like, I think it just opened yesterday. I was able to make these reservations. I made them over the weekend. What we did is we were seeing that they had this new tour. Going to go to our Disneyland Resort app, our disney.go.com, and we're going to click those 3 tabs, 3 lines at the top to open up that drop-down menu. We're going to look at things to do, and then if we look down that list to events and tours, we're going to click that. And we are going to filter to park tours. So we had the Disneyland Railroad guided tour. We went ahead and canceled that because we saw this Women Who Make the Magic guided tour. And this just sounded so up our alley, and it's something new And I think they've done something similar to it in the past, but they're talking about this as though it's a brand new tour. So if I click on that to find out what the Women Who Make Magic tour is, this is a fascinating journey through Disneyland Park to uncover the extraordinary achievements of some of the most influential women in the Walt Disney Company. I mean, this banner at the top was all I needed to get me excited about doing this. Peek behind the curtain at Disneyland Park. This is what Chris and I are always looking for. Like, give me behind the scenes. And behind the scenes when it comes to the women of Disney, oh, yeah. You've got me hook, line, and sinker. So, accompanied by the sound of beautiful music, travel through the living storybook of Disneyland Park and take in its realms of whimsy as you witness firsthand the accomplishments of legendary women, all leaders in their field, who helped make this original Disney theme park a reality. Explore the remarkable contributions of Harriet Burns, Alice Davis, Mary Blair, Ruth Shellhorn, Leota Toombs, Kim Irvine, Dorothea Redmond, and more. Find out how they got their start at Walt Disney Company, made names for themselves, and paved the way for future generations to succeed and continue the unparalleled legacy of Disney storytelling. So what we did was we canceled the Disneyland Railroad guided tour, and we're putting this Women Who Make the Magic guided tour in its place. We just don't have time to do both. And you know, as we always say, well, it's just a good reason to go back. But if we check the available dates, so the tour becomes available on the 6th, March 6th. So it'll be after that, I'm sure that we'll be able to find out a little bit more information about the tours themselves. I've seen that this is a 90-minute tour. What it says on the app is that it's a 2-hour tour. So we'll see what the difference is there. I've seen a breakdown of what is supposed to be entailed, but it's not, as far as I can tell, it's not on the Disneyland app. So there's that, so that those tours start on March 6th, so on Friday, and hopefully I'll be able to get some more information about them at that time. But like I said, what is exciting for Chris and I is we love behind the scenes stuff. And so anytime we can take a tour that gives us more insight into how things are made, or who made things, or why they made things, and especially when it's women that we know about. You know, I adore the art that Mary Blair put out. She was so, her eye for color was so interesting, and I think it's just going to be cool. I've seen that maybe we get to take a photo with something from It's a Small World, so I'm sure we're going to hear about Mary Blair, and I think it'll just be interesting to attend or to go on a tour for something that's brand new that nobody had, not a lot of people have have experienced yet. So it's one of the things that I do enjoy about practicing with the app every single day, getting myself so used to what is happening in the park, that I can see something like this come up and go, oh, yeah, let's do that instead. That's about all I know about that. So, with all that being said, let's take a look at where I'm at with that Goofy patch. Okay, pals, I've got all of the felt pieces cut out for Goofy, and I've got all the embroidery thread picked out to match the different colors of felt. So, let's get to stitching. Okay, attempting two things at once here. So, going to try to run a stopwatch while I'm recording. And we're starting the stopwatch. And we are starting Goofy socks. Goofy socks. Took just a little over 5 minutes for sock number 1. Now we'll get sock number 2. 2. And there it is, 1 mile. Good job, pals. All right, great job again today, pals. On day 88 of this 100-mile, 100-day, $100 treadmill challenge. I'm Tanya. Those are my orange bird ears, my orange bird dress, and those are the patches that I made for the dress. Got my little lounge fly to go along with that. And that's Chris's choice for day 2 when we're in Disneyland is having Orange Bird Day. He's got a very cute shirt that I made for him that I'll show you probably sometime this week. So thanks for coming along, and we'll see you back here again tomorrow. Bye, pals. I don't know if that's true because I don't know anything about that tour either. So that I'm not even going to go into that. I think I have talked up, down, and around all kinds of issues today. I'm going to have fun wading through all this stuff when I edit. It's all about everything orange, isn't it, buddy? Yeah.